Sunday, September 22nd, we are having a health and wellness expo. Everyone is welcome, so come and join us. Let me tell you what's happening. First of all, it's happening in Rahway, New Jersey, inspired by my sonny boy, Jamal Gaines. Traumedy No More for Kids is what has inspired this health and wellness expo. Now, first of all, there's gonna be oodles and oodles and oodles of vendors. I'm so excited for the vendors, so you definitely wanna see that. We're also gonna have speakers coming out. We're gonna have a panel discussion, and on this panel discussion, we're gonna talk about how to manage stress, anxiety, depression, and trauma, not only for adults but children. This event is geared towards children, so there's going to be a cool bouncy house outside if you want to have your children come for that. There's going to be a gaming truck. I don't know much about that, but I hear kids like it. Now, there's so many highlights about this event, but it's not just for Rahway students and children. It's for all the children. Ages 7 to 12, 7 to 18, doesn't matter because there's going to be so many things. There's going to be breakout rooms, specialty breakout rooms to teach the children how to overcome anxiety, how to overcome stress. I'm so excited about this. Now, it's very important that you sign your child up for these breakout rooms. Sign them up for the event because it is limited space. We're gonna have an award ceremony, a scholarship ceremony at the end. So make sure you sign up. Make sure you join us. It's September 22nd. I know school is still in session. It's okay, it's okay. We gotta start early with the promotions. So sign up, join us, and go to Traumedy No More for Kids for more information. Bye. Hey. Grand rising to you and also you. I am StarzTina, and I want to welcome you to the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. When you come into this space, you're going to get all the motivation, the inspiration, and the transformation. As you know, we are gearing up for our event that's coming Sunday, September 22nd. It's in Rahway, New Jersey. The time was off on that one because I decided we have to pull the time forward because we have so many things going on. It's actually starting when the doors open at 11:30. Yes, I know it's on a Sunday, and that's a great thing because we get to praise and worship together while we're walking around and doing all these wonderful things. So I don't want to hear I got to go to church. I know I got to go to church too, but you can go to church and then swing on over. If you have a late service or early service, doesn't matter. So Traumedy No More for Kids is a movement. And I repeat, I do not watch the news, but sometimes when there's really huge things going on, people tend to write me or tell me stuff that's going on in the news. And yesterday I heard about some really horrible stuff that happened in the news. If you have not heard, I'm going to play a video for you, and it is a trigger warning for you just to let you know so that you have all the information. I just want to share it with us all. Here we go, Crow.
Update in the tragic school shooting that left 4 dead in Georgia today. FBI agents had this shooter on their radar for more than a year. Correspondent Christina Coleman is here with the latest. Christina.
Hi, Jesse. Yeah, that's right. The FBI and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office released a joint statement that confirms that the 14-year-old accused of shooting and killing 4 people today at Appalachia High School had been on their radar before. They say he was 13 years old back in May of 2023 when the FBI's National Threat Operations Center received several anonymous tips about online threats to commit a school shooting at an unidentified location and time. They say the online threats contained photographs of guns, and that within 24 hours, the FBI determined the online post originated in Georgia, and the FBI's Atlanta field office referred that information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office for further action. And the Jackson County Sheriff's Office located a 13-year-old. They interviewed both him and his father. The father stated he had hunting guns in the house, but that his son did not have unsupervised access to them. Authorities say the teenager denied making the threats online. And the Jackson County, they alerted local schools for continued monitoring of the suspect, that 13-year-old. Well, authorities say that teenager who was 13 years ago when he was notified, or the FBI was notified of possible threats made by him, that teenager is now 14 years old. He is in custody, and he is accused of shooting and killing 2 students and 2 teachers today. Authorities say he is going to be charged with murder and tried as an adult. Jesse?
All right, Christina, what a tragedy. Thank you so much.
So as you guys know, tragedy You heard him mention that. And normally when we come on here, we're laughing, we're screaming, we're hooting and hollering. But at the end of the day, my foundation, my core is when it comes to traumedies. And a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this occurs, life-changing experiences happen, and it comes around all the time for everyone. And today, I just wanted to share some things that can be a bit uplifting to make things better, right? I know if I was a parent and I had to send my child to school today, I would be scared. I'd be nervous. I'd be a little bit, like, do I really want to do this? And that is why we really, really have to dig deep into our roots, the seeds that I've been planting for months, right? I can't believe how amazing our God is. And with that being said, I decided the other day, every week, I want to focus on a Bible verse. I remember when I was a child, and my family's very into, I don't want to say religion, but we had to we had to memorize Bible verses. Hi, Mommy. And I used to love memorizing Bible verses. It was so cool. I remember in Hackensack, New Jersey, First Baptist Church, I think that's the school we went to. Mommy, type in the name of the school if that's the school. And in the summer, we had summer camp. And we had these little contests, like we had who could read the most books. And I was like, I would always be reading. And then we had to learn the books of the Bible. And I remember, and when I was at my cousin's house, she had little tiles on her floor. And then, to memorize them, I'd put my foot on each tile. And let's see how many I can remember now. How many books of the Bible do you remember? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Ruth, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges. Okay, I guess that's where I get lost. But my point is, I decided the other day I wanted to tap in even deeper with my faith. So each week I'm going to be memorizing a Bible verse. And I think a lot of you know this one right here. Philippians 4:13. Do you know what Philippians 4:13 is? If you do, type it in the chat. Philippians 4:13 is the Bible verse for this week. This is a Bible verse I want to memorize, and I'm sure some of you know it. Philippians 4:13. Type it in if you know. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That is this week's Bible verse. And I share that because of this traumedy that happened in Georgia. And then I saw where something happened in New Jersey as well. I was just, or maybe it was New York. I'm not sure. I put it in my chat this morning with my group because, we're on our way to Jersey soon. We're packing our bags. Okay, we're not packing our bags yet. If you know anything about me, I don't pack my bags right away. I'm kind of late with packing my bags. But a teacher shot in hand at New York school, at a New York school. So things are happening already. And we're like in the second week of school. Some schools have been in for a few weeks. But I say that to say, Traumedy No More, that's the book that's coming out. Book launch is happening soon. This is the actual book right here, all right? If you have not ordered the book yet, I want to invite you to get the book. It's absolutely amazing. And today, I wanted to go over a part of the book and do a little exercise with you guys, understanding tragedy. So this is a part of the book right here, understanding trauma, understanding tragedy. And if you say, like, what is the difference? So in the beginning of the book, we talk a little bit about that, but I sometimes just like to talk freehanded, right? When I think of a tragedy, it's something like what happened in that school, right? It's something that shocks the world. It's something that's just so like, did that really happen? Whew, that's for me, a tragedy. And a trauma could be something like empty nest syndrome, like getting a divorce, because these things hit you. They don't hit you as hard as a tragedy because they don't hit other people massively, but they hit. So I wanted to just read this to you right here, understanding a tragedy. And this is healing hearts and minds. So when we go through tough times, it can be hard to feel safe or happy. And we might have scary thoughts or dreams. And this is written for our children because, as you know, this week is all about the children. We had Elisa in here the other day. We had Mariah in here. We have another child tomorrow. So when I'm talking, I want them to understand what's going on because tragedy, trauma, those are harsh words, right? So we are now reshifting, refocusing, changing how we're talking to the children. And we want to say, storms, right? Storms are things that happen all the time, right? I went on a long drive this weekend. I've been traveling and I realized as I drove, it was a 3-hour ride, but Tina tends to get lost. So it ended up being a 4-hour ride, but it would be rain and then no rain and then sun and then trashing rain and then no rain. And I realized the weather is just like the world, just like life, right? You're going to get thunders, you're going to get lightning, and then you're going to get those rainbows, and then you're going to get the sunshine. That's kind of like what Traumedy is. So when we're talking to our children, I am going to shift it to tornadoes in the rain, because the rain is cool, right? You want to dance in the rain, but then sometimes you have those tornadoes. So it's totally okay to feel yucky sometimes. And there are people who can help you. So even if you're an adult, there's people that can help you. If we talk about our feelings and get support from caring adults or friends, we can start feeling better and heal from the hard stuff we've been through. And remember, it's always okay to ask for help when we need it. I think what happens is sometimes people try to be strong, like, I don't need help, I don't need anybody. You need it. All right. Yesterday, I had one of those major breakdowns, and I get them every so often. And I believe this is my son saying, yo, Ma, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. I mean, I could never forget about him. We are 2.5 weeks, a little over 2 weeks away from the event that's happening in Rahway, New Jersey. And I know it's going to shift the world, and the devil is going to be like, the devil's going to get mad, but I don't care. I'm here to fight the devil, right? And I was listening to a song in my car. And I've got so many playlists. I don't know if you guys are into Spotify. You really should follow me on Spotify. You really should follow me, because I got like a lot of bangers. And I normally play my worship list. That's the one I normally play all the time. But I was like, no, I'm going to change it up. So I decided to play from my gospel ride. This was a ride that I did when I was teaching. And the name of the song is The Battle Is Yours. I'm not sure if you can hear it. But this is the song here. And can you hear it? Type in the chat if you can hear the song. Type in the chat if you know the song. The battle is the Lord. And when I was listening to the song, Jesus, hopefully you can hear it. But when I was listening to this yesterday, I started breaking down. And when I say breaking down, like, it was those ugly cries. I was kicking. Okay, you can't hear it. I'm sorry you can't hear it, so I'm just going to turn it off. But I want you to play it when you get a chance. The Battle is the Lord's by Yolanda Adams. And in this song, she's sharing how you're going through all these things in life. And this song is for me. Let me tell you, it was just like God. And I was just kicking and screaming and crying, thinking about why me? Because yesterday morning, I've been working really hard on this event. And I think I got up like 4 or 5. And all I was doing was working on the event with the vendors, with the sponsors, with the sponsorship, with the book, with the this. And I took a little break to listen to music. And I tend to visualize things. And I want to invite you to visualize things to help you out, right? So I was visualizing the event, and I was like, yay, this is happening. And I'm looking at the laughs, and I'm feeling the happiness everyone's going to have the day of the event. And then it made me think about him. Because if my son, trigger warning, was not murdered, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't be doing an event to teach children how to overcome their feelings. And then it made me miss him. It made me feel like, why do I have to be the one to do this, right? Long story short, listen to the song. It's phenomenal. But this is my point to the story. I probably listened to it like 2 or 3 times, because when I get in my zones, I want to like get deeper. So I'm going. And that was early in the morning. On my ride back, I listened to the song, and guess what, guys? I was not crying. I was not upset. I was feeling so powerful and so strong. And the reason is, when you go through something not so nice in your life, once you get through it, guess what? You're stronger. It's like a callus, right? If you ever work out and you're lifting weights, you'll notice sometimes you'll get little calluses here on your hand. So when you have a negative situation in your life, when you get through it, when you go through it again, guess what? You're so much stronger. So later on in the day, when I heard the song, I was like, I felt so empowered. I thought about the morning, and I was so proud of myself, guys. I was like, girl, look at you. Because earlier when I heard the song, all I kept thinking was just like, not cool, not cool. Ooh, it looks like my girl Carla wants to come through. Carla, you want to come through and share with us? Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? I can't hear you. You're muted, Mom.
I feel great.
Yes, I feel good. Da, 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 da. So from what I just said, can you relate to that song or the things I've been talking about? Tragedy?
Yes, I can relate. And for me, my song is Be Still by Yolanda Adams.
This Yolanda Adams must be pretty good. She must be pretty good. Well, thank you for popping in at the last minute because I know you were like, I can't, but you made it through. I love it. So I'm talking to children right now because I'm pivoting my business. Yes, fitness is always going to be my foundation. Yes, coaching. I'm a life and health coach. I work with women over 40 that are struggling with losing weight, getting rid of weight, their businesses, whatever. But right now, the Lord gave me a pivot, Carla. So let me finish. Imagine you're playing soccer and you fall down. You get a big scrape on your knee. Ouch! At first, it hurts a lot. But with some love and care, it starts feeling better. Just like our bodies can get bumps and bruises, our minds and our hearts can also get hurt like this as well. And we have to realize we will get through it. When something really scary or upsetting happens, it can leave a mark on your heart and your mind, kind of like a bump on the knee. That's what we call trauma. So Carla, in the book, that's from chapter whatever, I don't know. We have that here. And then on the other side, we have a little exercise. That's what's so cool about this workbook is we talk and then you get to write. So imagine you're watching your favorite movie or reading an awesome book and everything is going really good. You're like, hey, this is great. And then bam, something really bad happens. One of the main characters dies. That is what we call a tragedy. It is unexpected. It's horrible. And there's usually lasting effects that change our lives forever. Now, tragedy is when life throws you a curveball and it's not fun. It's not the curveball, the fun kind when you're playing a game and you beat your player. No. It's when something super tough or heartbreaking happens. And you can't compare one person's upsetness to someone else's. Like when my daughter lost her fish, you would have thought her best friend died. She had a breakdown when her fish died. Someone else could change schools, right? And like they're changing schools and their heart just breaks. So we can never compare one person's hurt to another person's hurt. That's why it's very important to have empathy. It's very important to have compassion. It could be a disaster like a hurricane, wrecking a town, or something more personal like losing a beloved fish, like I said. Okay, so here's the question. You get to play this game. It's really not a game, but I like to call things games, right? They're more fun that way. So the question is, Carla, please list things that have been tragedies for you. Now, this is something we have the kids write. So let's go back to our little girl self. I'm going to go back to my 7-year-old self. And 7-year-olds are in 2nd grade. So in 2nd grade, I think I was in St. Teresa's. Mommy, help me out. What school was I in? I expect her to remember. How she's supposed to remember if I can't remember, right? Let's go back to your 7-year-old self, Carla. If you're playing with us, people, right, think about your 7-year-old and type, join us. Go over to the YouTube channel or Facebook if you're watching and type in. List a tragedy that you had when you were 7 years old. And I'm thinking of my niece. That's why I said 7. And she's in the 2nd grade, I think. So in 2nd grade, I'm sure, where was I in school? One of mine was probably, I loved my school, St. Teresa's. I'm going to say 6 years old, 7 or 6. I think I peed myself. So I don't know if you guys had to wear uniforms when you were younger, Carla. In my school, we had to wear these onesies uniforms. It was blue, I remember, and there were buttons on it, and it was like a one-piece thing. And I was in gym, and I told the teacher I had to use the bathroom. Like, I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, maybe I didn't say it like that. I don't know. And she would not let me go. And I legit stood there and ended up peeing on myself. Maybe she thought I was lying or something, but for me, that was heartbreaking, right? So Carla, what was something that was tragedy, traumatic for you at a 7-year-old self, or 8 or 9, or sometime when you were younger?
Let's see, when I was younger, for me was when I got sick and I didn't know what was going on. I just kept going in and out of the hospital because I just started just throwing up and didn't know what was going on, and I was just scared.
Gotcha. So you're saying you felt scared. So thank you, Mommy. So she's saying 3rd grade. That's okay. So for Carla, it was being sick. For me, it was peeing on myself. And children go through these things, right? So the next question that we're going to do on here, Carla, is how did it make you feel when this happened? So it made me feel feel embarrassed. I guess I was a little scared and nervous, right? And I remember this happened to my daughter once as well. She was at work with me and she peed on herself. And we had to go to the store and get her clothes. And, she was embarrassed. So we feel embarrassed sometimes. How did you feel when this happened, Carla?
I felt like bad because I couldn't be with my friends. So it was just like,
Give me another feeling bad. You know how we talk about our feel wheel chart? I don't have it here, but how did it make you feel?
frustrated.
Frustrated. Okay, we got that. All right, next question. What did you do to make yourself feel better? So for me, I guess I just I'm so young, I can barely remember. I probably just played with the other kids to feel better. Again, it's so long ago, I can barely remember, but usually as a kid, I would just, sometimes I would yell and scream. Mommy, if you can recall some things I would do, write it down. I would love. But Carla, do you remember what you did to make yourself feel better?
Yes, the teacher came in and brought me some cards from the class. So while I was in bed, I would read their cards and they said, get well. And oh, it was just so nice.
I
I
love
felt
it.
so much better.
I love it. I love it. So that is one of the exercises that's in the book, Understanding Trauma and Tragedy. And that's, like I said, we are having our book launch. If you were in the Rahway, New Jersey area, I do want you to come and join us. It's happening Saturday. And Sunday we have our event. And if you have not signed up for the event yet, trust and believe you want to be there. There's the link right there on the bottom, Traumedy No More for Kids. And it's a free event. It's happening on a Sunday. And the purpose of this event is to give children options, to open up the conversation, right? If you don't talk about these things, you don't know. And I'm really excited about a lot of the breakouts that's happening for the children. For example, we have the gaming truck. I'm really not into video games, but I know a lot of kids can zone off into that. I'm super excited about the breathwork breakout room. Carla, you've been helping me on the back end with all the marketing materials. From what you've been designing and hearing and seeing, what are some of the enrichment activities that you think are going to be great for the children? Or let's, again, go back to that 7-year-old Carla. What do you wish you would have been taught when you were a child?
I wish I would have been taught how to speak out, that it's okay to speak out, that you don't have to, it's okay to speak to an adult,
I like that one. And that was a big thing I got from the children. I show the commercial, and I'll probably show it right now just because we can always show commercials. And I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play it right now. I'm just going to play it right now.
Traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, life-changing experiences occur and everyone goes through it, especially children. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't have someone to talk to. I am Tina, the founder of Traumedy No More for Kids, which is a program that teaches children how to tap into those uncomfortable feelings like anxiety, stress, or depression. And then we teach them how to do things so they can push through this pain, like meditation, breath work, journaling, or even fun stuff like making slime. I hear all these buzzwords: social emotional learning, trauma-informed lessons. All of these things are to support the children. So if you're looking for something like that, I want you to take a deeper look into my program by going to mollygainsprogram@gmail.com. And this is a testimonial video from one of our students that actually went through the program.
Hey there, can you tell us your name?
My name is Zairi.
Hi, Zari. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
I love it. And what did you like best about the Molly Games program?
What I liked best about the program is about how you basically, you were comfortable with us. You weren't, you didn't come off demanding respect and everything. You let us speak, and you shared.
I love it. Do you get to share your feelings a lot at home or in school?
Yeah, basically.
You do. And I heard you say today the I am statements. Do you currently still do them, or what is an I am statement?
An I am statement is reminding yourself, like, you could do it every day, every week, every month, or however you do it. It reminds you that you are powerful and amazing.
Wonderful. And what are some of your favorite I am statements?
One of my favorite I am statements is I am great, I am worthy, and I am amazing.
Wonderful. Did you share any of the things that you've learned in this program with other people or children?
Yes, I have.
Tell me about that.
I shared it with my cousin and my sister, and they said that it's helped them a lot.
Wonderful. Are you excited about going to the academy?
I'm not completely sure if I'm going to the academy, but overall, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Family and friends. So that leads right to what we were saying, right? The one thing that he said that got me, Carla, was when he said I was able to let them speak. And I think because I'm just so used to being that coach, right? And it's challenging for me, I got to be honest, to not speak because I get my mind's going like this and I don't like to forget things. So, Carla, we're coming to the end of the show. And yes, I dragged you on. And thank you for coming through. I didn't even know you were going to pop up today. That was so kind of you. But you get, oh no, it's not that. It's mountaintop moments. Carla, I do this all the time. You may have seen them because I feel everyone has a voice. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. And I like to see where you feel when it comes to changing the world. You know, I say, first, before I say that, what's our scripture for the week, Carla? Do you remember?
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Okay. And what is the verse?
Philippians 3:14.
I think it's 4:13.
4:13.
So
13.
yes. One more time. What is it?
Philippians 4:13.
Beautiful. All right. So this is your mountaintop moment. You get 1 minute. And I like to just hear, what would you say if you had an opportunity to share your thoughts, to share what you think can transform the world? Because transformation is where things, really come and support people. So Carla, you have 1 minute. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. For my mountaintop is to let people know that just as kids, your words matter. Not only that, but for the adults, some people the kids need someone to go to, someone that they could trust and everything. So you just want to be able to, instead of just pushing them away, just allow them to just talk, because you can learn a lot from a child, a whole lot.
I love it. Yay. Again, thank you for rolling through, Carla. Thank you for all that you do, and see you soon. Thank you, Carla. All right, family and friends. So as we get out of here, I want to leave you with a little inspiration. When I think of inspiration, I go for that why, right? Because inspiration is what's going to drive you. Inspiration is that thing that's going to get you to fight, right? I am that person that it's no excuses. I don't want to hear it, right? And I understand that some people have difficulties. You could have depression, you could have anxiety. And I understand it's a chemical imbalance in the brain. Yes. But go to God, right? Go to God with all your problems. Go to God for all your fears, all of your whatever. Abundance. He wants us to live in abundance. That is our Father. Right? And some of you may have a father, some of you may not have a father, some of you may have a father that was crappy. It doesn't matter. But God, our Father, is here to give you everything you need and want. So trust in Him. All right, pray. All these things are what's going to push you through those hard times to enjoy life. I am StarzTina, your life and health coach. I'm super excited that you're here. We are here Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we have a great guest. I'm so excited. We've got Kyrie coming through. You saw him on the video there. It's all about the kids this week. We're going to have some really good stuff coming up. But if you have not signed up for the event yet, I want you to click that link on the bottom, Traumedy No More for Kids, because in order to participate in some of the activities, you got to sign up because it's limited space. I know we're going to have between 200 to 300 people at the event. I'm excited for our scavenger race at the end. And we have some great speakers. I'm so excited about the speakers. Oh my gosh, guys, we've got some big namers coming through. But I have to get out of here now, and I will see you on tomorrow. Same time, same station. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye. See ya.